Namaste. In the Union Budget 24-25, there has been a big announcement and a relief and a feeling of sigh for startups, which were struggling to get the investments from the angel investors. For them, there is a happy news that Government of India has decided to abolish the angel tax, which was imposed in 2012 by the then Finance Minister Pranab Mukherjee to curb the money laundering. However, angel investment or angel investors are defined in the IT Act under Section 56, which states that for a new startup which doesn't have any present or listing in the stock market, or it is not a public entity, it is starting a new business for which it is requiring some amount of money, it requiring investments. Nobody is ready to invest. In such scenarios, there is a person, there is some high net worth individual, there are venture capitalists, there are NRIs who have very good net worth of theirs. They want to invest in certain startups to help them either to grow or to nurture them into a bigger ecosystem. In such scenarios, they come and try to hold the hands of the startups by investing large sum amounts. Such amount invested by an individual in startups, not freely, it is not charity, in exchange of some equities, some shares. That is called as angel investment. One who invests like this is called as angel investor. Basically, you may have seen the scenario in certain programs like Shark Tank India, wherein some of the entrepreneurs come and present their case, pitch their ideas, and seek some investments, either for loan, either for in exchange of equities. That is the case of angel investment. Either they want their expertise to be used for the overall development and growth of this startup or this entrepreneurship. Therefore, it is very clear, it is give and take policy, that an individual is investing in something or venture capitalist is investing in something for the exchange of equity. That is called as angel investment. When the government cannot do it, some private individuals are trying to do it to match up with the aspirations of 21st century and the demands or the ambitions of the new age individuals who are starting some startups with new ideas, fintech, edtech, etc., etc. What is the problem for government? Problem lies here that what happens when an individual is investing something, let's say he is investing, the total investment value is 50 crores, but or let's say 30 crores, or 50 crores, whatever it may be. Okay, let's say 50 crores his total investment value, that is a face value, let's say, but the shares he is getting back is of the worth of 60 crores. In such scenarios, the excess 50 to 60, in such scenarios, the excess 10 crores, government considers it to be an the revenue generated by the startup. Therefore, it says you must pay some 30.9% of the tax, because there is a difference between face market value and the total investment value. That difference amount is considered as the income source of startup by the government. And the main idea was that an individual comes and says invest some amount and takes back some excess of share valued equities with him. That means there will be a chance of money laundering. In order to curb the money laundering in 2012, this taxation or this angel tax was brought in. But what was the problem? See, when the new startup is trying to set up, it requires a lot of funds. And if the government is trying to be hawkish on them, then it becomes very tight for them. Very, it is not easy way for them to establish and grow. Therefore, they will be hesitant to go bigger and bigger. In such scenarios, they require funding, but they are not ready to give it back to the government. And Modi, in his first term and second term, he was trying to be friendly towards startups. by reducing the taxes, by giving the incentives, etc., etc. This move comes a step ahead when startups thinks that angel investment should be there, but without paying the taxes. For them, it is a beneficiary thing. So as I said, it favors the startup, but for the unlisted companies. For example, there is something called as Azad Industries. Recently there was an IPO. Okay, so in that IPO, I think it is Virat Kohli or Sachin Tendulkar who had invested some lump sum amount. They are called as angel investors. And when it was, it brought up IPO and opened up for the market, then these angel investors, either they may sell or they may hold. They can keep on earning the profit and continue to nurture the board. That they can do it, or they can sell and just get out of the startup if they think that there can be much larger value chain, or there can be much larger investment which may be required for them to do it and garner larger profits. It is also called as funding at the initial stages of startup for exchange of equity, as I told you, 30.9%, and brought to curb money laundering. It used to be the burden for startup. Now the question is, as we say, devils will always be in the details. That there is no mentioning or explanation of how the money laundering or the aspect or idea of money laundering was thought about is going to be curbed. Even now, if there is no taxation, still the total investment value and the face market value, there will be a difference. Still there will be difference. So that difference amount, how government is going to do the valuation, and what sort of curbing it is going to do if there is an actual amount of money laundering which is happening, either from the resident Indian, or from the NRI, or from some venture capitalist. It is going to be seen, because that shouldn't become a route for money laundering again. There will be some steps or measures taken. We will be knowing over the period of. However, for now, with this budget, there is something to cherish about for the startups who thinks that in the initial stages of their business they require a lot of funding, but they were not ready to pay the taxes, high amount of taxes. Now, by removing this angel taxation, government of India has again shown that it has been the helping hand for the startups. Because once upon a time, because it was during 2012 when the Pranab Mukherjee was the finance minister of India, there was a lot of saying that India has become a tax terrorist country, for the simple reason there was a lot of retrospective taxation. You may have come across the Vodafone case. Then there was also the case of Nokia, and other cases were also there. So, simplifying the taxation system is one of the ways to ensure that there is lot of funding or lot of economic activities goes through. Now, even now, the big challenge would be not just the reducing of angel taxes. The bigger challenge would be to create a sense of paperless activities and bureaucratic hurdles even in this system of angel investments. Only then the simplifying or tax reforms will benefit the overall development of economy. Only then the aspiration of 5 trillion economy will be achieved without any hurdles. I hope this discussion was useful. Let us try to understand more about the budget 24 in the coming videos if possible. Once again, thank you for joining with me. This is Shreyanka Esranade signing off. Jai Hind. Namaskar.